Hi, my name is Sarah Bush. My student number is 083 312 974 and my location of my workplace is MyVet and my supervisor is Alistair Haywood. At the start of the day, the surgery is cleaned with F10 veterinary disinfectant, 4 ml of F10, 500 ml of water with a paper towel as it is easily disposed of. The isoflurane is checked on all systems to make sure that they are full, also to make sure that everything is tight and connected. The circuit is dependent on the size of the animal. In this case, this animal is under 10 kilos, therefore a small circuit and monitoring equipment is set up. So this is Misty and we're preparing her for surgery. Here I'm preparing her for surgery with our vaccine that's going into her intravenous vein. Next, we are tubing her with the size 5 tube. After Misty is connected to the machine, her cuff should be blown up to the correct size that makes fit. She is then laid on her back so that we can see the surgical site and it can be prepared as the other nurse monitors. I start by clipping the area. After all the area is clipped, the vacuum is used to collect all the loose hair. The first prep is Chlorhex and water to scrub away any dirt. So prep 2 is methylated spirits mixed with water, and prep 3 is also done here, and that is methylated spirits, water and Chlorhex. Once Misty is set up in surgery, the packs are opened for the veterinarian, making sure the sterilised insides are not touched while passing them to the vet, opening them like a banana. During the whole surgery, Misty is monitored, and every 5 minutes observations are recorded by the computer and also manually. The second surgery was a castrate, and this is Bruce the Bulldog. Here I was restraining for the other nurse to IV and intubate for his surgery. So here's an example of me transferring one of the patients, making sure we don't touch the surgical site. Once Bruce's surgery was done, we carried him to his cage by 2 nurses as he was quite heavy. I then gave him a blanket and set the bear hugger onto him to blow warm hair. I waited with him until he was able to breathe on his own, making sure that the cuff was down and removing his tube. He was left to rest but still monitored to make sure that everything was okay. After surgery, the kit is cleaned. It is soaked in metazyme for at least 2 minutes, making sure it is opened as shown here. After it is scrubbed, it is put into fresh water to rinse. The tube is also washed, making sure that the cuff is blown up as shown here. The instruments are then left to air dry on a towel, making sure that they are all opened as shown. Once they have been dried, the kit is repacked by closing the instruments and putting together. Making sure we add enough swabs and a drake to be sterilised. So making sure that the kit is clearly labelled. Also sterilise individual drapes and they're put into little pouches after being folded so that they can be sterilised. The kit and the individual drape are put in the autoclave to sterilise. The autoclave needs distilled water to run. At our clinic, we distill our own water, as shown here. The autoclave also has wastewater, which needs to be emptied. All the sterilised items are stored under the sterilised table here. I recorded what happened during the surgery in its history, and then I charged it out so that everything is ready for it to be discharged. Bruce goes home, his surgical site is checked, and he's also given a cone so that he doesn't lick his surgical site. Once Bruce is discharged, his cage and blankets are removed and washed. His cage is cleaned with F10, 4 mils of F10 to 500 mils of water. It is then split into two and bedding is put back in there for the next clients. The washing that was in Bruce's cage is then put on straight away, just to make sure that there's no smell in the clinic once the sun is hung out.